How is this enough to change anything? Hello, except for your mood when you open the package and it's this and not the full size. Hey everyone, it's Lucy from KBeautyHobbit.com. Today I have some April empties to share with you. I have quite a few here, so it will be a brief review of each one. The first one is Logically Skin Acne Cleanser. It's okay to use on the face and the body. Has salicylic acid in it. This was a clear gel. Did have a bit of a scent to it, but more so from the ingredients, I think, than any added fragrance. It did foam adequately. I started out using this on my face, but then toward the end, I definitely started using it on my body as well, and this lasted a very long time, even with being used on the body. So I think it's a nice amount for the money. Next is Around Lab Dokdo Sleeping Mask. This was okay. I'll put links for everything in the description box, as well as my full reviews for them, so you can check out ingredients. But this one was a gel type of mask, and it just didn't do a ton for my face. It was okay, I'm not mad at it. It just wasn't earth-shattering. It was moisturizing enough. It would probably work even better if you have really oily skin and prefer a lighter nighttime moisturizer. I have combination skin, and when I was using this, it was mostly fall and winter, and it just kind of felt like it wasn't enough. I did use some of it on my body, and that was nice, but of course you're not going to want to pay the price for a face product just to use it on the body. So it was kind of for me, but you know, if you had a different experience, I'd like to know. This is a Choc Rice Power Essence. Choc is a shop in Chicago, and they released this product. They call it a power essence, but it had a texture of more of a thick gel. I would almost call this a serum. I know every brand seems to take liberties with naming their products, so I'm not mad about it. It's just something worth noting. If you are expecting a watery essence, this isn't it. It actually reminded me in texture that I'm from rice serum. This was nice, brightening. Nothing extreme. Brightening in general and pigmentation care is a long haul kind of thing. So if you're trying to combat pigmentation or improve the skin tone, just be prepared for it to take a while. But this one was nice and it worked well. I do think that sometimes the thicker essences or serums tend to run out quicker, but this still lasted me a good amount of time and was nice to use. And it almost sometimes felt like a lotion even. I still put some kind of occlusive moisturizer on top of this, and mostly I used it in the evening, although in the morning it's fine too. But if you have very oily skin, I kind of wonder if you would even need a moisturizer on top of it. Perhaps not. Speaking of rice, I think that's kind of a new superstar ingredient in the Korean skincare. This is the I'm From a Rice mask, and the opinions for this product online are definitely all over the board. I know Dr. Dre really hated it. I really enjoyed it. Had pieces of rice bran in it though that were a little bit impractical. So this is a wash-off mask that was gently exfoliating and brightening, but the big pieces of rice bran in it, when you wash it off, they just left a trail of bran in the bathtub or in the sink, depending on what you do. I do my masks in the tub, so I don't know if that really added much to the mask. I think the main part of the mask, not the bran, was really effective, and it made my pores look better immediately and my skin looked brighter, and it's just really nice to use. So I think the brand could skip the big pieces of that rice stuff and just make this a smooth mask, and I think people would probably have a better experience with it. But even as is, I still really liked it. This is the Pyunkang mist toner. I quite enjoyed it. I like mist toners, especially before using a sheet mask, because I usually sheet mask while taking a bath. So this is nice to have on the edge of the tub and just spray the face after cleansing and then put a sheet mask on. This is not at all like the iconic Pyunkang Essence toner that is thicker and almost like a gel. This is truly just a watery, hydrating mist with no scent, and it's quite nice, but I'm not sure that I would go out of my way to obtain this again. It was fine, not really life-changing, but I think people probably with all skin types could appreciate it because it's just hydration without any unnecessary ingredients. Next, I have Aromatica Organic Aloe Vera Gel. I do think they changed the packaging since I've had this. I've had this for quite a while, and the reason I buy aloe vera gels, while there are many uses for this, you can use it on the body, you can even use it in the hair. I usually just use this with my NuFace microcurrent device because I despise the brand name New Face gel that you're supposed to use. It's super expensive, it's really thick, and it's really unpleasant, and it's hard to remove. And I know some people don't remove it. Maybe they changed the formula now, I don't know, because I've had my New Face for quite some time and it came with the gel, but I never acquired any more gel, so I don't know if maybe it was reformulated. But either way, I much prefer aloe vera gels because they're just so much nicer, easier to wash off if you want to wash it off, or if you decide to leave it on, they just absorb so much better. So that's what I use this for. This is unscented, mostly organic, a good option, and I like the pump. Next, I have a bit of a fail. It's an EssenHerb scrub, and I don't know why when I bought this, I didn't read the ingredients list closely enough. So it says on here that it is a black tea scrub, mild black tea, and it just mentions black sugar on here. I tried this on my face because I actually don't mind a physical exfoliator once in a while if it's made correctly and it's gentle. This is not gentle at all. I hated it. So then I started reading the ingredients, which is something I should have done when I bought this, and it has walnut shell powder in it. So basically St. Ives in a different package. So I ended up using it on my body, on which it worked really well. And after you rinse it off, it left behind almost like this oily, in a good way, like an oily protective layer on the skin. So this was nice. However, I would not repurchase it. The only consolation is that I think I paid $4 on it because it was on huge clearance. I can see why the site probably decided not to carry this because it sucks for the face, but it was not a waste. I used it up on the body. But let this be a lesson for everybody to read the freaking ingredients. CosRx Green Hero Toner Pads. This was my second jar, I'm pretty sure. I really enjoy these because in the mornings I'm super lazy. I don't wash my face, but I do like sometimes to wipe off if there's anything left from my nighttime skincare routine. I like to use a toner pad and then a vitamin C serum and then sunscreen. So these were my toner pads for a while, and they're really nice, good size. Not the biggest toner pad size that you can get, but honestly, more than enough. And they are nice and calming and should be probably very good for people with acne-prone skin. Here I have the Beplain Vitamin C Brightening Ampule. I won this around the holidays and then kind of put it away. I haven't even used it. Put it away because I had other things I was testing, and then I recently took it out and I noticed that it was a little bit, and I don't know if you can see it here, it was a little bit tinted, just a touch, but it was clear if I remember right when I first received it. Even though I never opened the bottle, I still took it out of the box and looked at it. And so since that time, this was not open, not expired, it just changed in color a tad, like vitamin C products tend to. But unless it's super dark, it's usually just fine to use still. However, I have other vitamin C products I'm using on my face, so I actually ended up using this on my legs because I am really struggling right now with red splotches left behind by ingrown hairs, and it's actually causing me quite a bit of emotions here because shorts weather is coming. And while I don't think your skin has to be perfect in order to wear shorts, I think it's fine to show whatever you have. I still would really like to have like evenly colored legs, especially since I'm so pale. Like everything just stands out. So I've used a few drops of this on my legs at night before putting on other creams, and this actually made a really big difference. I can see the spots getting smaller in diameter and also lighter, so I bet on the face this would have been really nice as well. And Beplain, I am so sorry that I did not get to you while you were still nice and clear, but I think that this would actually be a really good product for somebody to try on their face. Next, I have this thing that I won for review, and it's the Sulwhasoo Concentrated Ginseng Cream that retails for close to $300. This was through a really big platform called Octoly. The review was a text review for Sephora. It said, you know, retail value $270. The thing comes. I'm so excited. It's my first Octoly campaign. I'm finally on it. They sent me a sample. I'm supposed to review this. Like, excuse me, what? Okay, fine. The funny thing is, I thought at first, oh, well, they made a mistake. No, I went on Sephora and looked at the reviews, and sure enough, everybody got the sample, and the reviews are like rave reviews. This changed people's skin. Like, how is this enough to change anything? Hello, except for your mood when you open the package and it's this and not the full size. So I can't say anything about the results. All I can say is this smelled very nice. It went on really nice, and it, it feels luxurious. Everything from the texture to the scent. It does have retinol in it. I don't know how high of a percentage. I didn't have any flaking or drying or anything. But again, this is such a tiny thing. I know people who really love it, and I'm sure it's a wonderful product, but I really can't speak of it, because I just haven't used enough of it. But first impressions as far as like scent and texture, very nice. And I bet if you are in a position to afford something like this and gift it to somebody, this would be a wonderful gift, as long as you know that that person doesn't have individual intolerances to the ingredients, because this does have a fair amount of different botanical extracts and a very long ingredients list. So if somebody is prone to irritation or has sensitive skin, this potentially could be problematic, but it is a luxurious feeling product. I just wish I had more of it. And last but not least, this Artemisia Cream by VELY. I've been trying some of the VELY products and just getting acquainted with the brand. And I generally do like the things that I've tried, so I'm on the lookout for them, because they make some couple other interesting things. Some of their vitamin C, like their usual line, looks interesting and the packaging is pretty. But this is Artemisia Cream, so another word for mugwort. Very soothing. It's another super strong ingredient, just like rice. Suddenly everybody has a mugwort product, just like when centella became popular, everybody had a centella product. Now everybody has the mugwort one, but this is really good, kind of a gel consistency. This had a color of dulce de leche, so looked good enough to eat. Of course, please don't eat your skincare. This was nice and soothing, calming, and I did use a bit of it on my legs, on those irritated areas, because I wanted to see how it does, because thankfully my face doesn't get irritated very often. Hi, toddler. Enjoy the soundtrack. But this was really good. So I think if you have irritated, acne-prone skin, please review the ingredients. Make sure that there's nothing in there that you're individually not okay with, but I think this could be a good product for somebody who is acne-prone. Those are my recent empties. Let me know what yours are, or if you tried any of them. You can find me on Instagram at KBeautyHobbit, on my blog KBeautyHobbit.com, and in my Facebook group Korean Beauty Fanatics. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and consider subscribing. I will see you in my next one. Until then, please remember to always listen to your skin. Thank you so much.